As part of its 20th anniversary, the Prince George Community Foundation is beginning to reinvent itself. Over the past 2 decades, it has worked behind the scenes, helping organizations with their own causes. But it hopes to enhance its profile in the community and has approached Council with a special request.
Located at the corner of 7th and Dominion, it was originally called Centennial Park in 1967 as part of the country's 100th. In 1999, it was renamed the Prince George Community Foundation Park.
We've recently uncovered the fact that Prince George Community Foundation Park is not actually designated parkland. It is part of a commercial property, is green space of that commercial property. So we would like to see that potentially rezoned and dedicated to the Prince George Community Foundation so that we can take more of an ownership stake in it.
So the foundation went before Council with a proposal. It will assume responsibility for maintaining the park. It has asked the city to either dedicate the park to the foundation or secure a 99-year lease to the foundation. But there wasn't immediate buy-in by Council.
This is commercial land, which is very valuable. We don't know what's going to happen to the Four Seasons pool at this point, whether we're going to reinvest in it, if it's going to be rebuilt somewhere else or whatever. So my concern was that we get some direction from our administration on what we're going to do with this potential piece of property down the road without possibly tying it up.
Brian Skakun says there are also questions about the future of Fire Hall Number 1, which has long been on a list for a rebuild. He says while that particular piece of land may not be the answer, something will work.
We will be working with the Community Foundation regardless of if we dedicate this to them or we decide to say there's another chunk of property downtown we think that we might be able to gift to you, and perhaps you can enhance that and beautify part of the downtown. So I think it's going to be a win-win situation down the road.
Prince George Community Foundation Park has major historical significance. It's where Terry Fox started the Prince George to Boston Marathon in 1979, before embarking on his Marathon of Hope. The legend of that location only helps the foundation's cause.
I really think it does. Our main goal with that presentation was just to put it on the radar of City Council that this is an important piece of property. It is important to the Community Foundation. It's important to the community as a whole. And there are a lot of things in the downtown core that potentially could happen in the short, medium, and long term.
The foundation says the Nechako Rotary Club is also hinting at adding to the lore with a statue of Rick Hansen, who also ran in that marathon. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.